All right, guys, welcome. I don't know what today is, but what day is it, Jesse?
The 20th.
20 today?
Yep.
All right, man. I'm in here with Jesse Chavez, pitcher in the Texas Rangers organization. Jesse, how you doing, man?
Doing good, doing good. How we doing?
I'm doing excellent, man. I appreciate you coming out here, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Hey, like I said before, man, you kind of big time, bro. So
No
you know,
chance.
they got me in the corner over here. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes if the mountain doesn't go to, or if Muhammad don't go to the mountain has to go to Muhammad. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, thanks again for coming, man.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
This place has affectionately been called the Lion's Den.
Got okay.
So welcome to the Lion. How you like that name, man?
I like it.
You like the Lion's Den?
Yeah.
All right, man. So we're gonna get started, man. But before we get into it today, very few people have the type of shoe game you got, man. You know what I'm saying? We agree or disagree?
I can agree a little bit.
You get humble brag.
A little bit.
Yeah. No, I hear you, man. So we're gonna. I want to see where we are, man. So you can't just come in here. You know what I mean? In half step. We're gonna see where Jesse Chavez is today, man.
Okay.
So this man right here. Mm-hmm. The best to ever do it.
Yeah, the GOAT.
The best to ever do it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what you think about the LeBron Michael?
Tired of comparisons.
Not even close.
No, you just got to take the factor of the time frame he did it in.
Yeah.
He did it in what, 10 years? If not a
Yeah.
little bit, 11 plus maybe?
Yeah.
You're comparing guys that are in their 17th, 18th season now. It's a little bit tough to compare what he did in that short period of time compared to what these other guys that are compared.
No, I hear you. Hey, so for me, in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
agree or disagree. I think the best basketball was from 88 to about 98, 99.
Yes.
Because every team had a superstar.
The refs let him play.
Yeah.
He said he would get through. It felt like a football game.
Yeah, man.
After he got done.
I mean,
And you watch the tapes. You go back and look. The refs let him play.
Yeah, man.
And those guys were a lot bigger then than they are now.
No doubt, man.
As far as being filled out. I mean, these guys are big now, but they're not as thick. They wouldn't. I mean, the big men, no chance.
Yeah, no, you're right, bro.
Try driving against Robin, no chance.
the rock, yeah, rock.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
He's gonna jump up in your face.
Hey, so we're gonna play a little game, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna say name that pair. I mean, you got again one of the strongest shoe games in the game.
Mm-hmm.
What number is this right here?
3.
Ooh, 3 without hesitation.
Mm-hmm.
Without hesitation. You ready for the next one?
Yeah. 6.
You got
Infrared.
hey,
I don't have those ones.
You don't have them.
I have the original, not the re-released ones.
But you
I have a pair.
6.
Yeah, I got them.
Oh, geez, this guy, man. All right, man. We turning the stakes up a little bit. You ready for the next one?
Mm-hmm. Ooh, 14s?
Dang. Dude, you got a little Jordan book at home or something? Or what?
Yeah, but no, those are where I stop.
This is where you stop right here, 14.
Yeah.
Why?
They started getting a little funky for me. They started going out of the classical for me. But yeah, I like those ones. Those are cool. I like those ones.
All right, man. You ready for the next one?
Mm-hmm.
We got 2 more.
11s.
Too easy, man.
Too easy.
Too easy. The patent leathers, baby. The patent leathers, man. How many patent leathers you got, man?
I got most of the colors.
Really?
Most of the colors. My favorite ones are they're the all baby blue, the Carolina blue ones.
Ooh, classic, man.
Yep.
Hey, so this is the bonus question right here. This is the bonus one.
All right.
I want to see, you know what I'm saying? I want to see where we are on this one. Ready? These are not Jordans, by the way. Which famous basketball player donned these bad boys?
Ooh. Barkley.
Or is that your final answer?
I don't want to second guess myself. Yeah, I got to go Barkley.
There you go, baby.
Yes.
Come on, man. Don't ever doubt yourself, baby.
Had to.
Don't ever doubt yourself. Charles Barkley, man, one of the greatest to ever do it, right there, man.
Because didn't Oakley?
Charles Oakley?
Yeah.
I don't remember, man. I really don't.
I'm not sure if he had one similar to that, but I was kind of curious about that one.
No, man, I don't remember, man. Hey, that's pretty good, dude. That right there is impressive.
Appreciate
If I had a hand clap track, I would play that thing right now, man. So, talk to us about growing up, hometown, city life. For those that don't know Jesse Chavez, man, talk to us a little bit about that, man.
Different. But we made it look like we were normal.
And you said we talking about family.
Family.
Yeah.
We were close as a family, regardless. My grandparents, we always their house every weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it be, every Easter, all the holidays were very big with us. We were very close. Me as a child, as a kid growing up, I was in football and baseball back and forth.
What position in football? Tell the people. Quarterback.
Yeah.
Spin a little bit, or you were running threat, or both?
Both.
Ooh, watch out.
I just, for some reason, I could see different things
On the field. With your vision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as a kid, I think it was a little bit different for me going from, how could I say it without like making it a big deal? From getting picked up in the back of my mom's work at the bakery where she worked at, whether it was Lucky's or Smith's, from a coach to go to practice, then mom driving all the way to pick me up, about 30 minutes out of the way, then driving back another 45 to go back home. Or my dad taking me to practice before school because I had no way to get to practice after school.
Oh, yeah.
Things like that. That's why it helped me be so mentally tough, and it's just a game.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. Whereas you got to go through obstacles in life. It's a little bit different. Puts it into a lot of more perspective, I would say. Not to say that it was an easy childhood, but my parents made it easy because they didn't let it affect what most people would think of as not the proper upbringing. But they made it to where all you had to do was focus on what you had to do, and that was school and sports, and we'll make everything else. We'll manage.
That's good, man. That was good.
My mom working in a bakery, that was her profession. And my dad was a warehouseman.
Okay.
So.
Big family, brothers and sisters?
I just got one brother. We're 12 years apart. I'm older.
Okay.
So it was just me for the first 12 years of my life.
Wow.
Off this, we can get into that.
Yeah.
But other than that, there's a reason why.
Yeah.
I was the only one for 12 years.
Yeah.
But I don't think my parents need to have that out there.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
So.
Yeah.
But it made me better, for damn sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure. It taught me to appreciate the people I come in contact with on a daily basis. And how to read people.
That's one thing I can tell about you, not to cut you off. It seems like you have very good discernment.
Yes. Because I had to be around so many people at a young age. So many different situations. Not the proudest of them, not my doing, but just because I was the only one.
Yeah.
But having to deal with those situations at that age just made it that much easier when I got into them as a young adult.
That's powerful, man. When you look at your heritage, your family background, what is it exactly? What is your family heritage?
Mexican American.
Mexican American.
Yeah. Got to put the Mexican first because my grandma came from Mexico. So did my grandparents. But we were she came over, raised here. My parents were raised here. My dad's mom came over. She was came a school teacher. So I don't speak nearly as much Spanish as I should, nor should be fluent, because when she came over, she wanted to make it a habit to teach her kids to speak English as she was learning as well. So I don't blame her for that.
That's no. I didn't want to cut you. No, keep going.
You're good.
No, keep going.
No, you're good. What you got?
So Mexican American, Major League Baseball player. That's got to be a small percentage, very small, even within the game.
For the longevity, yes. There have been not many, but there's been even less to last for a duration of time.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel like do you feel like you have a responsibility with that platform, or is that something that you give a lot of credence to, a lot of thought to?
No, I don't give it a lot of thought. I just, when I'm asked about it, I'm assert myself about it, how I feel about it, how proud I am about it.
Mm-hmm.
There's, I mean, a lot of footsteps before me that were pretty big,
Mm-hmm.
that are tough to fill.
Anybody you look up to as a kid growing up?
I mean, growing up in LA, Fernando Mania.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what he did coming onto the scene single-handedly was unreal.
Mm.
And he turned that, not to say turned that city around, but gave him a different perspective
Yeah.
on the Mexican people, which it's a different way now.
Mm-hmm.
But I think then it was a little different times. We weren't so biased. Just
Back then, you said back
yeah,
then.
back then we weren't.
Yeah.
We didn't look at you based on your color. We looked at you who you were.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't feel like I have to do more. I just feel like I have to let people be aware if it comes about.
Yeah. No, that's a good perspective, man. What would you say for those people who don't know you, right? For those people who don't know you, you know, I know you're not spending 24 hours a day on social media, but for those who don't know you, like, what would you say is the biggest misconception about Jesse Chavez?
Serious? Seems like I never smile.
Yeah.
When I'm out there or wherever I'm at. Just, I don't like wasting time.
Yeah. Is that a misconception or that's a truth?
Yeah. Both.
Yeah.
I got one job, one business. But for me, I'm the same person day in and day out.
Mm-hmm.
Way more things to worry about than for me to bury myself into, why'd I give up a hit? Why'd I give up more hits?
Mm-hmm.
Why'd I give up so many runs? Now, bigger perception of it. As long as I know I got better that day, and it may not look like it in the box score, but talking to teammates, which is why we have those guys, why we have so many, why we have coaches, so many of them, why we have trainers, why we have strength coaches, guys like you.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why it makes it that much easier to go home at night. Because you know the bad. We already know the bad because we're already at this level.
Mm-hmm.
But when you can't pick out the good and you just want to narrow on the bad, it makes that night that much harder.
That's a good point.
Especially for today, having 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know Palumbo's going to beat himself up today about only going 1+ because of the blister. Well, that's out of your control.
Mm-hmm.
Now what you can control is the real thing, life, how you can get that thing better. You can't control what's out there in between those lines.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I'm going to be the same guy day in and day out.
That's good, man. I don't know if this is answers the next question I was about to ask you, but you know, what would you say is the human quality that you possess, that Jesse Chavez possesses, that you're the most proud of?
I take the name and the person out of it, and I listen to what you're saying.
This is when you're dealing with people.
When I'm dealing with people.
Okay.
On a daily basis, I think that's what I can say I do the best.
Wow. Why is that important?
Because a lot of guys get bad raps because of their name. Whether it be a work ethic or this guy looks like he doesn't do anything to care. How do you know? Well, like we talked about before, we don't know what happened on the way to the field. We don't know what happened before that.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on at home? What's going on beyond home? Somebody might have cut him off. He might have been in a bad mood, didn't want to talk that day. So what? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Got cut off on the way here.
Yeah.
You know, just one
It's
of those
real,
things.
man.
But like, I think that's good. I think that has. I wasn't given it. It developed in me to develop that trait.
Mm-hmm. Is there anybody that you know that did that extremely well? You say, you know what, man, this is I admire this, or did life teach you that, or both?
A lot of life situations, and watching one person go about their business on a daily basis. Bartolo last year,
Mm-hmm.
but back in 12 when I got to Oakland, watching him following him behind, getting to the field one day, give everybody a high five no matter what. Didn't matter. If you were busy, he'd wait till you were done. He'd put your thing down, and it was a tray of food or whatever, the workers in Oakland, how we always walk by him.
Yeah.
He'd wait, then he'd give you a fist pound, then he'd go on his way. Like, just the appreciation of things like that made me a little bit better person moving forward.
That's great insight, man. That's great insight. You know, in the life of Jesse Chavez, right? When you look at your life, you've gone through some stuff. What is one thing that you've gone through in the game of baseball? If you want to share personal, you can as well. That has made you who you are, right? In terms of, man, this was really difficult, but this was a turning point that made me better, or that changed the trajectory of my life.
All the transactions I've been involved in. It made me look at it as, you don't want me fine, somebody else does. I'm still not going to be done learning. That gave me more fuel each and every year. I would say.
Wow.
The transactions.
That's powerful, man. When you start, it seems like you're a problem solver, right? Like, in terms of what you just said, I'm gonna figure things out. You know, you don't want me, I'm gonna have the last say, right? Where does that drive come from, man? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, you know, how many transactions up until this point in your career?
A lot. 11, 12 maybe 13.
That's a lot, man. A lot of people would probably have been done. What was inside you, right, or outside of you, internal or externally? You said, you know what? Nah, man, we're not done. We're done when I say we're done.
I didn't like delivering pizzas when I was in college. I don't know how to work a cash register. That's it. That's the honest truth, man. In all honesty, that's it. That's the honest truth. I did it. I couldn't do it, and I made it a point not to.
Yeah.
And then obviously the upbringing and stuff like that. The will not to be satisfied. From pops having one sitting on a bucket and having one baseball for pitching practice day. And if I didn't hit the glove, I'm going to get it.
Yeah.
It would have hit him right in the shoulder.
Yeah.
If he had to move his glove one way or the other about 4 or 5 inches, go get it.
Wow.
Like, and it'd be right next to him. He goes, hit the target. I'm like, well, you know, little mental things like that. I mean, drive me to be. None of us are perfect, but it drives me to be as perfect as I can on that given day.
No, that's some really good insight right there, man. In terms of, you know, psychological preparation, what do you do to prepare yourself for competition? How do you prepare your mind? If we were to take a sheet out of your book and says, man, this is how Jesse does it, right? How do you optimally prepare to compete?
Visualize. Plan. It's a visual planning for me.
How does can you explain that? How do you go about it?
I go on a daily basis, whether it's on the way to the field or it's on my way home. When I wake up, when I'm getting ready, when I'm in the shower, whether I'm getting dressed, I plan on what I got to do that day at the field. So I'm always visually planning on something I need to get done. Whether it's my workouts, it's my throwing program, it's all right, that slider wasn't there tonight, we got to go back there tomorrow and make sure that we tighten that up. Got away with it today. Change-up's a little bit flat, we got to figure out why it's popping out of your hand. Things like that I take into consideration on a daily basis, as you've seen my preparation. For me, everything is meticulous. I have to have enough time to do this. If I don't, I'm not going to say it's superstition. I'm just going to say I'm not going to be in my best to give anything for those other 24 guys that are in that clubhouse with me. And so you count the other 7 or 8 coaches that are in the dugout. I'm useless if things don't go the way I need it to go, because I got away with stuff before, and I got tired of getting away with stuff. I wanted to get away with productive stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's good.
Like when I was at my best, I was in the upper 90s, and I was getting away with things, but I had the control and command I did now. But it was stupid. I was thinking dumb. I didn't plan. I didn't prepare the right way. Whereas, why am I getting tired 15 pitches in when I should only be getting ready at 15 pitches? Things like that. And then it developed into embarrassing yourself. Well, how are you embarrassing yourself? Well, you're prepared. Well, are you? Type of deal. So I started going back and replanning, so to speak, of how I'm going to make sure this doesn't happen again.
Oh, that's good, man. So you do a lot of visualization, even just watching you as you go about your workouts and your routine. You're on a mission. You know what I'm saying? When I walk by you, you're locked in. I just, give the fist bump and keep moving because you got work to do.
Yeah.
When you said that you got tired of getting away with stuff, like take me into like the lowest of the low points for you in terms of like, you know what, man, like I'm never letting this happen again.
2011 Kansas City, September.
Wow. You remember that?
Yep.
Dang, man.
That whole year was very, very frustrating for me. I went from throwing sidearm to not being able to lift my arm only on the days I was able to pitch. It was just dead. No pain, no aches, just dead. And then September comes, they called me up because of what I did in AAA. I was like, all right, this is ridiculous. Who are you?
This is a conversation that you're
I'm
having with yourself.
myself.
Wow.
Like, who are you? And then the last day of the year, I just let it all out, and I just airmailed the ball as far as I could. Go home, talk to the wife. I was like, I got to go play winter ball. No, you don't. I said, yes, I got to go play winter ball. I said, if I'm going to have a job next year in the big leagues or at least have a chance, I need to go. She goes, where do you want to go? I said, Mexico. She goes, why? I said, because they learn how to pitch down there. I said, okay. I said, how long are you going for? I said, probably going to go the whole time. What? I said, yeah, probably going to go the whole time. I was like, depending on my workload.
Yeah.
She goes, all right. So I go down there, and just, that's when planning and preparation started. As far as dialing it in to what you got to get dialed into. So I went back over the top. Still a grind to get over the top, get it going a little bit. And then one day it all clicked.
In Mexico?
In Mexico. It was like the second, third week I was down there. Something loosened up, and it just, ball started coming out hot again. But that was when it all turned around for me, and I learned how to pitch again.
That's awesome, man.
Again.
That's awesome. How do you, when you get into, the game, right, and things start going haywire, or the plan, what you have visualized, what you intended to do is not necessarily coming manifest, how do you regroup? How does Jesse Chavez regroup? What are your, your cues, your tactical skills that you're using and saying, you know what, I'm gonna bring it back down. I either breathe, self-talk. What do you do?
Look around. Admire what's going on. Not necessarily the situation, but look around. Enjoy the stadium. Enjoy the fans that are out there. Look around. Look at the top. Take your mind away from the most pointless thing that is meaningful for a split second and breathe. If you're looking at the catcher, you're breathing with your chest and your shoulders. There's no chance you're breathing with your supposed to be with your ribs. There's no chance. So I'm a big fan of looking up, looking around.
Disassociate yourself for a split second.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
You're still in the moment. I think that's the biggest thing I do is I'll just look around.
That's awesome, man. What pisses you off, man? What's the thing that you say, you know what, man, I can't stand this, or the world would be better if this didn't exist?
Tedious mistakes, stupid mistakes. You know you shouldn't do it, don't do it. Why am I going to throw him another fastball when I knew I should have thrown 3 straight sliders to punch him out? But I gave up a double to right center. Just little things like that. Don't put your hand in the cookie jar if it doesn't belong there.
Good, man. You know, obviously, I don't know, would you consider yourself old school?
Yes.
You would consider yourself old school, okay? Because nowadays you got to ask. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the game has changed, right?
Yes.
The game has changed a lot since you started playing until now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what are some things in your mind that will never change in this game of baseball? If you want to be successful, these things can never change.
Gotta have balls
Mm-hmm.
in this game.
Yeah.
Can't point the fingers. Nowadays, a lot of guys are pointing the fingers because there's so many things to point the finger at.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's the video or the report. You said he couldn't hit a slider, well, or you said he had a slider, it's a cutter.
Mm-hmm.
No. Still got a job to do.
Mm-hmm.
Be ready. That's the one job we got to do is be ready.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing I think moving forward that this game is going to lose.
And more specifically, you're talking. I'm not putting words in your mouth here, but you're talking about the information aspect.
Is going to be a lot more to blame rather than the person taking their own blame.
Gotcha.
Accountability.
Gotcha.
I think that whole information or whoever's going to be giving it is going to be taking the accountability rather than the person that's supposed to be doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is us, the players.
The players, no doubt.
I mean, you're starting to see it more and more.
Mm-hmm.
Kids that come up, more entitled. You see it in the clubhouse a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Over and over, me being in a lot of clubhouses, you just see it a lot more and more.
Yeah. When I want to sit there for a little bit because you've been in a lot of clubhouses, right? What are some of the traits of championship clubhouses, and what are some of the traits of toxic clubhouses?
I think we always focus on character, but it's charisma as well. And that charisma needs to be there day in and day out, along with that character. Can't waver. Those are the good teams. Those don't waver. I was talking to somebody the other day about there's a reason why Cleveland erased an 11.5 game lead. Their charisma. They were never not happy.
Yeah.
To put something together, or at least battle.
Mm-hmm.
Now we all knew it wouldn't go their way on certain times. Nobody's gonna be perfect. It's the reason why they were 11.5 out to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have that group that doesn't waver and knows what's at stake, just for 6 months out of the year, with the other month and a half, 2 months of preparation, you got 4.5 months to relax.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the biggest thing that we need to keep in our mind moving forward each and every day, rather than, all right, just show up tomorrow. How are you going to show up tomorrow? What are you chasing tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
What do you want tomorrow? I want to win, yeah, so do I, but I want to do the best I can to be productive.
Mm-hmm.
That'll translate to a win. That's the biggest thing I've noticed.
Character and charisma.
If you don't have those, you're on the other end and you're chasing.
That's good, man. When Jesse Chavez has pitched his last game in 10, 15, 20 years, what's the game going to say about you, man?
Oof. He never complained. He always pitched when the phone rang.
That's good, man. What's the greatest gift? What's the greatest gift that you can give to your children, man? You really, you dig deep, man. What's the greatest thing that you can give your kids?
The fact that you can never stop doing what you love and still be successful. No matter how long it takes or it didn't go the way.
Mm-hmm.
We don't wake up trying to be a Hall of Famer. It just happens.
Yeah.
Either you are or you aren't.
Mm-hmm.
You can say you are. It's a flip of a coin if you are.
Mm-hmm.
But I tell them not to worry about games.
Mm-hmm.
Let me worry about the games. I said, you guys got to worry about being a woman growing up in today's society. So let me worry about the baseball games. But I just tell them all you got to do is better yourself each and every day.
Mm-hmm. Just
and the ones around you.
Just so self-improvement and just help better the lives of others around you
every
as well.
day.
It's good, man. So as we close, man, you know, you're in a room full of people. 1,000 people have come to hear you speak, and you can only share one pearl of wisdom with the room in terms of something that you've learned, or in terms of something that's been on your head and your heart recently. What are you sharing with the room, man?
Is it them or they?
Hey, you had to explain that. You got to explain that to the people, man. You got to explain
We'll
that.
go later. We'll do that. We'll save that for another one. We'll save that for another one.
Oh man. Hey, I'm gonna put you on the spot real quick, man. You ready for this?
Yeah. What we
You
got?
you ready for this?
Yeah.
All right, man. Hold on one second. So hold up. I'm gonna give you this right here. All right. Here's your pen, right there. All right. So when you, so I just gave, for those who are listening audibly, I just gave Jesse Chavez a dry erase marker, a little mini personal whiteboard, and an eraser. I want you to draw on your inner Picasso, man. You got 60 seconds. And what I want you to do is I want you to draw, in your opinion, right? What does success look like, man? What does true success in life look like to Jesse Chavez? If you were to draw that and express that artistically, what does that look like as we close? Man, you got right after it, man. That usually jams a lot of people up, man. Jesse got right after it. And then when you're done, that camera right there, I want you to show everybody your creation there.
You ready?
Yeah, man. What you got, man?
Which one?
So this camera right here. See that camera right there?
Oh yeah.
All right, man. What we got?
Me and
man?
my family on a mountaintop, healthy, with a bright sunny day.
And that is success.
Yep. Healthy. At the end of the day, as long as we're healthy, we've done whatever we had to do at the end of that day.
Yeah.
That's all we can ask for.
That's awesome, man. Drop the mic. Hey, man, would you do the honors? There it is. Hey, that might be the best one yet, man. Awesome, man.